Hello guys, it is TheLugia3, and I am back with another Wi-Fi battle. This time is against PokemonGameMaster44, or PGM44 for short, and I do end up losing, but it is a very, very close match, and I'm sure he'll be uploading it to his channel too. So, he's using a Sun team, I'm using my team from last battle. Let's get this battle started. He goes out into his Ninetales because he wants to get the immediate sun up. And I go into my Gliscor because I want those rocks. I knew this would be a team composed of a lot of fire types. Since it was a sun team, I need those rocks to do a lot of damage. I mean, if he switches into Volcarona, it's basically useless. It'll do a little on Dragonite, do a little on Ninetales. It's always good to have those rocks up. Now, he withdraws, goes into his Heatran, predicting my Earthquake. But I predict that, and I go for the Stone Edge to break his balloon, because all offensive Heatrans carry a balloon. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them do. So, now he is going to die, because now I can actually hit him with the Earthquake. And because of team previews, I knew that he would be switching into Heatran, or Dragonite too. So Stone Edge would have done a lot against Dragonite, but whatever, same effect. Now I make a very terrible decision because I think I can stay in and get a U-turn off, maybe do like a third of his health. But he outspeeds me. I don't know why I didn't think of this. It was late at night. Starmie is definitely faster than Gliscor. Whatever, man. I go into my Jirachi now. My Jirachi! He withdraws because he knows that I'm going to rape him with my sub-Calm Mind. Now I can get my sub up and start the rapage. So he gets a little lefties recovery. I get a little lefties recovery. And it's on to round 7. No, I have no idea. Turn 7. I go for the Calm Mind. But now I realize that it will not be enough to have my sub held up. Okay. It will not be enough to not break my sub. So I realize this is bad. He could potentially take me out with a flamethrower. That thing has a lot of special attack, and also, it is in the sun, so this strategy is not going to work. I switch out, and I go into my Heatran to take the flamethrower. Unfortunately, the Jirachi strategy will not be working. But now that I have my Heatran up, I can do some damage. But he goes for the Protect, scouting me out. I go for the Earth Power, and that is not going to work. So now you will see I make another stupid decision, because I am predicting the switch, because I realize that he can't really do anything to me. So whatever he switches into, I want to burn. He pops my air balloon, and now he does not get burned. I go for the burn again on the switch later in the game. But now I go for the Earth Power. He overpredicts me again, or outpredicts me, and that doesn't do anything. I go for the Protect to scout it out, to see if it has Earthquake. That it does, my friends. That it does. So this is an offensive Dragonite. He switches out. I probably could tell that his other moves were Dragon Dance, maybe Dragon Claw, Outrage, Fire Punch, something like that. He goes into his Starmie, scares me off. I go into my Latios. Now, I kind of predicted he'd switch, so I did the double switch. But it did not work. I actually predicted switch into something else. Now, I am scared off by his Starmie. He goes for the Ice Beam. Will not do very much against me. Now, here's where it gets a little good. He goes for the Thunderbolt, thinking he can take me out. That is not going to do dog shit, because my Jirachi is specially bulky. I go for the Thunderbolt, and that is bye-bye Starmie. Now, very, very quickly in the battle, I am up 6-4. The crit did not matter, by the way. I didn't do damage calcs or anything like that. I never do damage calcs. I'm too lazy. But I can probably assure you that the crit did not matter because of Starmie's lacking special defense. So now I'm scared off by the Earthquake or the Fire Punch. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I go into my Latios, and he predicts me going into the Latios. He uses Outrage, and he takes me out. This, my friends, is the turning point of the battle. Now everything starts to go down. My best Pokemon on my team, my tank, my offensive badass, has been eliminated. Now I know he's locked himself into Outrage, so I can go into my Jirachi and set up a sub. But that Outrage is going to take out my sub, which I did not predict would happen. This is really bad, so I realized that if I don't kill him right now, he will take me out with Outrage again, because he did not get confused after 2. But the Thunderbolt does not take him out. He goes for the Outrage, and that leaves me with 12 HP left. He is confused, confuzzled, and now my Jirachi is really useless. I can't sub, can't really Calm Mind. I mean, I could have Calm Minded on this turn, but I figured he'd stay in. Maybe risking the confusion won't happen, but he does not. He goes into his Ninetales. I go for the Thunderbolt. Now is my chance to see how good this Ninetales really is. And look at that. It does nothing. I am starting to get really annoyed now. So, I am going to wait for a sec, but he goes into his Dragonite. The rocks will get it down to very little, and then I realize, okay, I should probably just use a Thunderbolt, because, you know, my Jirachi is not really any use at this point, switching out or Calm Minding or anything like that, but I probably could have gotten a couple Calm Minds out on those switches. That's kind of annoying. Now he goes back into his Ninetales. I'm a little bit of better shape because of the rocks, and also because I have a little more HP. But I still don't think it's going to matter. He's going to protect. And now I will go for the Thunderbolt. At this point, I'm just spamming Thunderbolt. Really, my Jirachi's kind of useless right now. But there are a couple instances here where I could have used Calm Mind. Now I decide to go for the Calm Mind. Don't know why. I really don't know why. I was just making the wrong moves at the wrong time in this battle. Then he goes for the Flamethrower, and that will take me out. So, my Latios and my Gliscor and my Jirachi are all dead. So, things are starting to look pretty bad now. I go into my Heatran knowing he can't do anything from earlier in the battle. He can't do anything against my Heatran. He goes for the Solar Beam. Not going to do dog shit. I don't know why he's doing that. It's just... I guess maybe he wants to, you know, maybe he's predicting my switch. I don't know. But I go for the Will-O-Wisp again. I actually predicted his switch because I know he can't really do anything. But yet he stays in. I don't know why. He can't do anything to me, and I keep predicting him to switch out. So that's why I keep going for the the Will-O-Wisp. And then I get the not very, doesn't affect, which is not very good on my part. Now he goes for the Solar Beam. Now I realize he is not switching out. I realize what he's trying to do, which is just spam Solar Beam, but I don't know why. I really don't know. And then I just go for the Earth Power. This is going to do a chunk of its damage. And now we will see that Ninetales is very low on HP, and it is also very, very close to dying. But he persists and goes for the Solar Beam. I don't know why. And so I go for the Earth Power. I'm going to loop the track here, and I take out the Ninetales. So guys, this battle will be continued.